Good morning, everyone. It's Yvonne back to do your bonus read for the 17th, Thursday, the 17th of October. I'm going to use the Anne Stokes Gothic Tarot for this reading. It's a little bit dark and a little bit Halloween, so I thought about pulling out some other Halloween-y decks, but I thought, no, I'll go with the Anne. I really like the deck. It's absolutely beautiful. Some really, really good, beautiful pictures on here. But it is a little dark and a little hard to, if you're going by the pictures, you'd never be able to understand a deck like this one. Okay. You know, this funny thing happened the other day, and I want to share with you. I used to get really upset when people put thumbs down on my video, because I used to think that's really strange, because I'm only channeling messages. So if you don't like it, then really and truly, wouldn't it be best to connect to your own spirit guides, to your own place in the universe, to ask for your messages? Or if it doesn't resonate, then, you know, why don't people just move on and go and watch another video? And I was watching this thing. I've been trying to see what to do with my YouTube channel to, you know, boost it a little bit. And they were saying it makes absolutely no difference at all whether people put thumbs up or thumbs down. It's really only to please the viewer. So it just helps the viewer to feel confident or comfortable with being able to say, I don't like this. And I thought it's funny, isn't it, how we feel in life we have to, you know, make people happy by giving them something to please them so they don't get upset about things. And I thought we've got like that in so many ways, you know, where we appease people that are unhappy or, you know, miserable in their own lives, and, you know, and they need some sort of reassurance, I guess. And I thought that was really very strange. I had no idea. I thought it would upset your viewership or, you know, make people think that you weren't doing, you know, the right thing. And I was taking it quite personally. And then when this person was talking about it, I was like, wow. So it's a bit like, you know, just giving people the opportunity to give feedback, so you don't have people who are left feeling like they've got no opportunity. So in a way, it's a nice thing to give people the opportunity to do that, because it's sort of, if they're unhappy, well, it helps them to, I don't know, adjust to the idea that whatever the situation is, whatever the video is, whatever the story is, that somehow they're, you know, I'm trying to think of the word spirit's bringing through to me here. Justified in being able to give their feedback. Isn't that clever? Alrighty, so I do have here, wow, the Two of Cups coming straight out. The Two of Cups is the card of soulmates. It's the card of two people who meet eye to eye. Can be in love, but it can also be in other situations too. Like you might have soulmates who are friends or soulmates who are family members, but it's like that feeling of coming home when you meet someone like this. It's that feeling of equalness, of, you know, feeling comfortable with someone. Behind that I have the Ten of Pentacles, so there's a repeat card from the What's Cracking reading. The Ten of Pentacles talks of abundance. It talks of financial abundance. So it can be that you are feeling very abundant from some sort of situation here. You could have developed a partnership with someone, very likely. Okay, and we do have the Knight of Swords coming in behind that. Now, we're getting a lot of repeat cards already from the What's Cracking reading. So the Knight of Swords is a person who's coming in to deliver some sort of information or a message to help you move forward on your path. They're a very fast knight. Behind that we have the Five of Wands. So the Five of Wands is the card of conflict. It is the card of mental conflict. Can be between more than one person. There's a love offer here, and this is coming through again in this reading. But there's some sort of conflict here into whether this particular situation is right for you. The Five of Wands is a card that talks of conflict, yes, and it can be conflict between more than one person. So you could be having conflict with a group of people, but often it's a conflict within your own ideas, mentality, conflict in decision making. It can be a number of things, but what it basically says is that you've got a lot of options here, a lot of situations, a lot of people, and you've got to help make the best decision possible under these circumstances. So it may mean that you're doing a bit of to and froing in your head about something that's being offered to you here that's pure. It comes from a Two of Cups perspective. Okay, so first off we have the Devil card out. So I can tell you straight away, seeing that, you're worried about this relationship perhaps not turning out like the last one. You could have a concern around whether the person is wearing a mask or whether they're being true. You could be concerned that you have this perhaps propensity to codependency and you're worried about this relationship being codependent. But what this tells me is something about this relationship that you're just not trusting. You're just not trusting it at all. Okay, so then we have the Chariot coming out. So you can be dealing with a Capricorn or a Cancer here. Two major arcanas back to back. The Chariot talks about moving forward. Isn't that a beautiful card? Have a look at it. The Chariot talks about moving forward, but it also talks about being stuck and not able to move forward. And to me, this is sort of like, okay, guys, time out here. I need time out. I need time out to look at this more closely. And that's what you're doing here. I want to move forward, but I'm not really sure if I'm going in the right direction. Is this person going to give an equal give and take in this relationship? Because in my other relationships, I always found I did all the giving and I did everything. And now I'm being presented with someone new. So can I trust that they are going to invest in this the same way as me? That's what the Six of Pentacles is. Okay, and then I have the Ten of Wands. So the universe is saying you need to put this burden down. This past burden doesn't serve you anymore, and you're looking at the world through this burden that you're carrying. So now it's time to put it down. Oh, and then we have the Tower. So don't we have a lot of repeat cards here from the What's Cracking reading? So very strong message coming through for whoever's out there today. When the message repeats in this reading, I think, oh, well, I can't really get around that. The Tower talks about breaking down the old structures in order to rebuild. And that's what you're going to have to do here now, because you're thinking that what's being presented to you now, and again with major arcanas everywhere, what is being presented to you is not going to be any different to what you've had before. We do have the Three of Cups, which is another repeating card. So there's a lot of celebratory energy here. And then the Six of Cups. Okay, so for some of you, this is about someone you already know or somebody from your past. Could be a friend, could be a situation that you've already gone through. Maybe that is why you're being nervous about approaching it again. So maybe you've done this dance before and you don't want to do it again. Ten of Swords. Okay, so really definitely finishing something out. Finishing the end of a cycle. Five of Cups. No longer being negative. No longer, you know, being stuck in the past. No longer accepting what isn't in the best. Oh, beautiful. And there's rebirth, there's judgment at the end here. Oh, that's beautiful, because not only has it gone through a very similar theme to What's Cracking, but this one is telling me some different things. First off, that you will give this another go. You are going to go back and try again with this person if it's a repeat situation. If it's brand new, what the universe is saying, that you need to drop some of this stuff from your past. You need to get rid of the negative thinking and accept this situation as being God-given, as being coming from the universe. Now, we had the Lovers in the last one, and we've got the Two of Cups in this reading. So both of them imply that this person has a very big part in your life. They're both showing that somebody is coming in here, the Knight of Swords coming in with the Ten of Pentacles again. But there's conflict here. But I'm telling you, the Knight of Cups is behind that. So there's definitely a feeling of strong love here. But it's only your self-doubt that's holding you back. It's your inability here to see what's truly being offered. Somebody's offering you something very beautiful, but whatever it is, it's going to really, the Tower coming in here says to me that it's going to need to be stripped back for you to see this for what it really is, because you're immediately going to the negative, which means some of this past stuff is still locking you down, locking your ideas down, locking your thinking down. And what you're being presented here is something that's equally good for you as the other person. It's a very soulmate, meeting eye-to-eye relationship, and you have to decide here to let go of all this past baggage that you've been carrying with you, past ideas, past thoughts. Some of it may be subconscious. You may not realize it until this person comes in, but we have the card of building blocks here. So interesting, I didn't pull the same card again, which is cool. 28, so let me just read that one for you because I think it's important this morning. So this talks about building strong foundations and a beautiful work in progress. The oracle message is you have everything you need to cultivate an extraordinary life or an extraordinary life. This is a time when your focus needs to be on the foundations you build upon. Your work, your relationships, and your very being are being underwritten by your values, ethics, morals, and core beliefs. Okay, so that's why the Tower is here, to break those down. Are they still true for you? Will they stand the test of time and serve as the solid grounding upon which you construct your life? Now you are making changes that will affect everything in a positive way. Your destiny is truly a remarkable and beautiful design. So here we go. So this Tower is here to break down all of this stuff you've had, all of this pain, all of this heartbreak, all of these ideas from past relationships, your life, who you thought you were. It's breaking it all down so you can accept this relationship that's divinely guided to you, to help you move forward. And in doing that, it sounds to me like that opens up, you for abundance, for prosperity. It's like it takes everything away that stopped you from moving forward. Maybe the whole idea around, your consciousness. So what's being brought up here is your subconscious or your unconscious thinking around your deserving and what you deserve in the world. Beautiful reading. Thank you, guys.